You weren't gonna do it, so I'm fucking doing it.
Tell him. Tell him what's going on.
We are fixing everything wrong with this Mazda truck.
For this nice old lady.
For this, yeah, she's been a very good customer of ours for many years, and we've helped her limp this thing along because some shop who, she won't give us the name, even though I've asked. I don't know what shop decided that putting a 3-liter Ford Ranger engine in this thing was the best option. If you've ever driven a Ranger, the 2.5 4-cylinder is a better engine. The 4-liter is a great engine. The 3-liter shouldn't have been made. The other thing too is they welded in these mount brackets, right? And they also had her truck painted, which she told them that she wanted fire engine red. I can't adjust our levels to make that look like fire engine red, but it doesn't. While she was getting painted, she said, the last thing I want you to do is cut a hole in my hood.
And she said the last thing I want you to do, as if that's the last thing she requested. She did not want a hole in her hood.
All right, she said, never cut a hole in my hood. And they cut a hole in my hood. That better? We're gonna fix this with a 5.3 liter out of a Chevy because she's a little old lady and that's what she deserves. Fred is going to make this actually the color. Well, Fred, Angel, Reid, me, all of us are gonna make it the color she wanted, which I don't think was that hard to do.
We gotta get the body all buffed out on this thing, dude. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, I don't
know what they did, but...
Well, it wasn't much other than put color on it.
Yeah.
They didn't, where is it? They didn't sand out all the runs that they left in there, and... I mean, it's a nice truck. It's got good interior when it's not torn apart and Reid's not sitting in it. There's gonna be a lot of changes going over this thing.
20-minute long introduction. Sum it up, dude. No one wants to hear you fucking babble.
Summing it up is I talk way too fucking much, and hopefully Steve cuts this into a coherent, watchable piece. Please, Steve.
So first things first, we wanted to get the paint on this thing knocked out. It was kind of the biggest task we had to do, and then also the customer was asking for us to kind of handle that first. So essentially what we're doing is going around the whole thing with 150 grit and just longboarding out all the ripples and little minor dings and stuff. The truck had about 3 previous paint jobs on it before, so there was a bunch of material on it already. So we kind of used that to our advantage, so we could just block it flat without adding anything essentially. And then we just really went around and kind of stripped down the bad areas down to metal so we can get them pulled out and stuff like that. There was some bad damage on one of the doors and a few little areas on the fenders. The worst of everything was probably the tailgate. It was just completely littered in dents and stuff. And then also the hood, which we talked about in the previous video. That showed up damaged, and we had to skim that thing twice actually to get it straightened out. So we finished blocked everything in 320 grit actually, because we just intended to do urethane primer on this one. I didn't really see a need to do polyester or anything like that. It just had a few cut throughs to metal and stuff like that, and then, you know, some small filler work except for on the door and the tailgate. So we got the thing all primed out. We did another long blocking in 320 and then feathered everything out in 500 to get it ready for paint. any of the spots that we had some blow throughs where there was like kind of multiple layers of paint showing through, or if we had any filler come through, we went ahead and spotted those in with some UV primer, so I didn't have to reprime the entire truck. It's a big time saver. Yeah, this is just a bunch of, jam sanding, edge work, stuff like that, making sure we get all the details and all the little stuff. We don't like missing any corners around here, no shiny spots. Not trying to go to Flake City. So first up to shoot was the cab. We went ahead and just did it all in pieces. It was a solid color, and I just made sure that I was real consistent with how I sprayed everything, so that way we had all the panels match when it was all assembled. We wiped everything down real good with some waterborne cleaner and then anti-static wax and grease remover. This color called for a gray sealer, so went ahead and just applied one coat. I went ahead and used the Wacom Carbonio for the clear on this, and we used the SPI Euro Clear, mixed it at 4:1:1. I believe I shot this at around 27, 28 PSI with a 1.2. I was pretty happy with how the finish came out on it. It's got kind of like a really tight, kind of like Japanese looking orange peel on it, and I just decided to leave it off the gun. It really looks fine just the way it is. I don't think we're gonna wet sand and polish this truck. It's just a driver. say we got this thing looking right. Holy gee willikers. So pretty much where we're at with the assembly on this is kind of where it's gonna stay. Obviously, I'm gonna have my glass guy come by and put the glass guy come by and put the back glass back in it. All these trim bits and stuff, I went ahead and redid them with trim black. They got some water spots on them from rain, but those are all gonna go back on the front end after we finish doing the LS swap, repainting the engine bay, yada, yada, yada. So I'm gonna probably even take the fenders back off when we're doing the motor and everything, just because I don't want, let's be real, man. Brandon is kind of, oh, haha, I got you guys, look, oh, my hair's gone. Brandon is kind of not the most careful, and I don't want him scratching these fenders up. I mean, look at them. Look at those. It'd be a shame if someone scratched those up. So I'm gonna take these back off so this motor can come out, the LS can go back in it, we can do all the, you know, scuffing and stuff in here for just repainting the engine bay this nice red. And then we'll reassemble the front end, put the hood on it, bumper with all the new trim and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm super stoked with how this thing came out. If you guys like this video, it would mean the world to me if you would hit that like button down below. And if you guys would subscribe to the channel, please, please, please subscribe, please, please. But seriously though, if you guys really, really like the videos and the content, hit that super thanks button. And in the next video, we'll be featuring a little list of all the people that hit the super thanks and, you know, gave back a little bit. We really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys in the next video with some more dope shit on this dope ass truck and other shit we got going on out here. Look at all these cars, dude. The content never ends.